What's up YouTube? This is Boy G back in another video. Okay, ngayon gusto ko lang mag-share ng bagong monitor, no? Bumili ako sa Lazada. Actually sa Facebook. I've been searching in Lazada for quite some time now kasi wala akong makitang mumurang-murang budget na tinatawag, no? Budget na monitor. So actually, sabi nila, marami nag-feedback sa akin na maganda daw yung HKC, which is gamit ko na sa 27-inch, and yung NVISION. Alright, so I've been looking for NVISION in Lazada and what do you call this? In Shopee. However, they're like all out of stock. So butin lang may nakita ako sa Facebook. Ito nga, NVISION IPS monitor 24 inches. So ito yung IP24V1 na model. Very very popular along with the IP22V1, yung 22 inch nila. So luckily may nakuha ko sa Facebook. This cost me about 5,000 pesos. Pinalala move ko na lang agad para ora mismo yung right then and there. Pagkausap ko sa seller, dineliver agad, no? Okay, so let's go ahead and unbox this. Check out. Gusto ko lang pakita ko ano itsura ng box. What can you expect pag binili nyo siya? Again, this is just 5,000 pesos, guys. But it's already 24-inch, 1080p IPS display. So, budget monitor comparing to before, it's pretty good. So, makikita nyo naman sa box, sinasabi niya na IPS monitor siya. 24-inch. Some other logos you can see here: HD cable, VGA, full HD 1080p, and IPS, of course. Sabi dito display HDR, no? So we're gonna check that out. I don't believe that this is definitely HDR, of course not. And yung pinaka-hinahanap ko is VESA mount compatible siya, 75 by 75. Right on the side, you can also see some of those specifications. Again, the model number is IP24V1, 23.8 inch. That's diagonal, right? Diagonal size. Again, it's in plane switching IPS, 75 hertz refresh rate, 5 milliseconds G to G or gray to gray response time, 1080p full HD. Brightness is not that good, and constant ratio, I mean, you know, it's actually bright at 300 and constant in 3000. And all of the other stuff like the power input and the weight itself, it's 4.25. It's very light comparing to other monitors out there, so that's cool. So again, here's the front, and sa likod pretty much very simple lang. Kung mapapansin nyo, yung box niya is not colored, not really fancy, so you would really expect this from a cheap or from a budget monitor. Napakadali niya lang buksan. Just go ahead and open these things. Above, wala na siya mga packing tape na mahihirap buksan, no? Ala 7-Eleven omelette or something. Pero sisig kanin ba yan? Sisig rice. Pero dito sobrang dali lang. So bubuksan lang natin siya sa ibabaw. And let's go ahead and pull this thing out. Alright, now let's check the things inside the box. Now, set aside muna natin yung monitor, but right now, from the box, some peripherals, yung stand. Okay, I can see the stand. It's metal, not that heavy, but it's, you know, it has a weight on it. It's pretty good. So ito yung stand niya. Let's go ahead and check pa natin kung meron pang iba sa box. Sabi kasama daw yung yung cable ba? HD cable. So okay, so meron siyang power adapter. So, hindi siya yung mga malaking socket or anything, or, you know, like a straight cable. So, sa labas ng power supply niya, but hindi naman siya ganun kalaki. Hindi siya brick. Para lang siyang charger ng cellphone. So, that's good. What else we got here? Okay, so this is the cable, the actual HDMI cable. No display port or other cables, you know, VGA, but meron siyang kasamang HDMI cable. So, this is very good na. Ito yung gagamitin ko, I think. 75 hertz lang naman siya. So, HDMI should work. Okay, here it is. The actual monitor with the styrofoam there. So, gano'n lang siya. Simple lang, nakabalot lang siya sa plastic, and with that styrofoam, it's very light. Alright, so yun yung unang-unang mapansin. I guess because wala siya ng mga stand or any other, you know, peripherals na mabigat talaga. No? Yung monitor itself is napakagaan. Let's go ahead and remove this plastic here para makita natin yung itsura niya. Okay, so yeah, it's very light. You would notice right away that it's budget monitor, all right, but the bezel is extremely thin, so that's what I like about it. Bezel is super thin, that's awesome, but napakagaan niya at yung build niya is, you know, halata mong mura siya. Okay, maganda yung likod niya. Meron tayong bezel mount there, 75 yung size, you know, others are like 100, ito 75 by 75, so that will be compatible with most of the arms. Actually, umorder ako ng arms sa Lazada and I've been waiting for it. I will probably create another video for that pag na-receive ko na siya. Maybe ma-receive ko siya bukas or today, hopefully. Doon ko lang siya ma-mount na maayos para dual monitor talaga sila. Okay, now let's get the stand fixed here. Meron siya kasama doon sa box sa styrofoam na itong assembly niya para sa stand. I think this is a metal as well. So, i-screw lang natin siya dun sa may stand niya na napaka-skimpy, no? Napakaliit. But it's just 24 inches naman at manipis lang siya, so no worries. Meron lang siya nag-iisang screw, kung mapansin nyo. So, ilalagay lang natin yan dito sa ilalim. So, just put it there like that. Alright. And, yes. So, yeah. That's pretty simple, right? And then, i-screw natin siya sa ilalim dito. Okay, so nag-iisang screw lang siya, but then if you notice, you have to insert the entire metal, so hindi naman siya iikot o magkakaroon ng you know, stability issue there. It's very stable, wala siyang wiga, so that's good. Alright, here's our monitor. We just insert it like that. It's pretty simple. There's no screw or anything that you need on this back. Alright, you just have to insert and snap it like that, like so, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. So, wala kang kailangan na screw or anything pa na, you know, komplikado. Napakadali niyang gamitin. Now, again, kung makikita niyo, ito yung mga bezel mount. Again, yan yung gagamitin ko. So, the stand is not really good. Hindi ko gagamitin yan. But here on the left side, ito yung isang bagay na ayoko dito. May mga button siya, no, to adjust. So, options, and then power, up and down, back, so on and so forth. It's yung traditional buttons, but not good. Hindi siya pwedeng i-swivel left and right. It can only tilt a little bit, like up and down tilt, but very scary to do that. Since hindi sa likod nakakabit yung stand, doon lang siya sa pinakababa, nakakatakot siyang i-tilt. Unlike ng ibang monitor na nakakabit talaga sa gitna, no? Parang super rigid. Siya, wala siya dun sa gitna. Okay, apologies for the fingerprint. As you can see, wala siyang bezel masyado, so wala tayong mahawakan. Pero pwede mo siya i-tilt pataas at pwede mo siyang i-tilt pa ba just a little bit. But again, wala siyang swivel left and right, so it's just very basic adjustment. Yung sa likod niya nga pala, guys, simple lang. So wala siyang mga fancy stuff. Meron lang siyang isang HDMI port, isang VGA port at power outlet or power socket para sa power supply niya. So wala siyang display port, USB or any of those stuff. But again, this is just 5,000 pesos. So it's just a good as secondary monitor. For me, I'm going to use it as a secondary monitor. Alright, so ito na siya pag nakabukas, no? It's very bright by default. Pansin ko, okay naman siya. Very sharp and very bright. Try lang natin palabasin yung display natin sa monitor ko dito sa likod, no? Like, probably duplicate natin. Okay, so, saan siya? Alright, duplicate displays. Identify natin siya as 1, 2. Now, kung makikita nyo yung pagka-black niya, hindi na agad maganda, no? I think it's the viewing angle is really worse. Kung nasa gitna ka head-on, medyo dark naman siya. Alright, but a little bit of tilt like this, you would notice yung black niya is really bright. This is just out of the box settings. Wala pa akong ginagalaw or whatever sa settings, but it doesn't really look good for the black itself. I mean, of course, next to my HKC 27-inch 1440p. So of course, that's OP naman, no? Para sa kanya, that's 14,000 pesos. At ito, 5,000 lang. Ang laking diferensya. But, staring on the middle head-on is kind of good. But again, a little bit of tilt, a little bit of angle is pangit na yung display niya. I don't know kung ganun yung lahat ng IPS. I would actually expect na maganda ang ng IPS. But this one is just like backlight bleeding everywhere. Okay, so let's check without the lights. Gusto ko makita yung pagka-dark. Now, nakikita niyo yung HKC ko sa likod. Tignan niyo yung black niya kumpara sa black nito. Right? This NVISION is just really extremely bright. Even the blue colors, the green, everything by default is so bright compared to my HKC. So, I don't know kung meron settings yan. I'm pretty sure may settings naman yan na of course, madadial down mo yung brightness and all. But out of the box, hindi ko ganun kagusto yung black levels niya. No? Masyado siyang gray, masyado siyang bright. But again, it will do as my secondary monitor. So, that's perfect as a secondary monitor. Budget only, and it's just super bright. So that's cool. So, it handled the white here differently. As you notice, it's a bit warm. Although everything is bright and it's a bit warm. The black borders or the dark borders of my black or my HKC monitor looks good, but this one's just really look blown out. So that's the bad thing about it. But again, you have to play a bit with the adjustments, and if not, even the NVIDIA settings from your PC itself. Look at the highlight; it's really blown out. But it's detailed. You can see a lot of detail compared to my monitor there that's a bit darker, right? Look at the gray one. It's super blown out. You would notice right now the sun rays on the clouds, just everything's blown out. On the HKC, it's still looking good. Medyo malaking difference niya by out of the box. Look at the clarity that HKC can provide. But then again, HKC is 1440p by native, and it just really looks good though. That's a curved monitor, 27-inch. Let's see if we can adjust some settings here. But now na nakikita ko yung quality niya is medyo malayo sa HKC. I'm actually thinking na sana HKC na rin binili ko. You know, maybe the lower versions of HKC has the same brightness or color level because they're the same panel, you know. Even though it's smaller and not 1440p, not 144 Hz, maybe it will look a little bit closer, right, to my HKC. The NVISION is just really blown out right now. And I don't like the color reproduction on it. It's pretty bad on my taste. But you know, again, for 5,000 pesos, it will pass. You can do things. Look how they treat the black level, right? It's really different. Let me see kung may setting tayo na magagalaw para ma-achieve natin yung ganong klaseng setting. Alright, I'm adjusting the black level right now. There's a black level there. If you notice, it's making everything dark, but the contrast is still bad. So you can still see a lot of gray area, but I'm losing the details already on the black or the dark areas. So again, hindi siya ganun kalinaw. But then again, if you look at this head on, like perfect center, it will look a little bit better than this. Yung angle niya looks really bad. Yung viewing angle niya. But straight on, it looks good. Okay, so makikita nyo dito, malinaw naman siya, no? Again, if you're not that sensitive in the black levels, it's quite good. Okay, okay naman siya sa clarity. Yung black levels niya lang talaga medyo grayish. But okay naman siya. Siyempre mas okay lang HKC, but okay naman yung vision niya. Visual niya, I mean. NVISION. Alright, let's bring up the lights here again and just see the clarity when the lights are on. Alright, let's see if we can launch some game and see how Monster Hunter looks like here. Alright, look at this black level. It's really, really bad. But good thing you won't really see, or you won't really notice the bleeding, the backlight bleeding, because everything is just bleeding here. Everything is hot spot if you notice, except from that middle part. But sa camera lang naman siya, sa personal, sa mata mo naman is kind of okay naman siya. Siyempre yung camera na pipick up nila na medyo OA, medyo malala. But in personal life, if you're looking dead straight, head on, it's okay naman. Okay, here we got our Monster Hunter. So just a little bit of comparison. I don't have any other budget monitor out there. So I only have my 27 HKC 1440p screen on the back, a VA panel versus this IPS 1080p 24-inch NVISION. So, mapapansin nyo malinaw naman siya, no? I just, again, still prefer the, what do you call this? The contrast, right? The contrast ratio of the HKC in the background. But, pag nasanay ka sa NVISION na to, is okay siya. Kung mapapansin nyo, maganda yung border niya kasi sobrang nipis. So, it's actually perfect for my application kasi ang gagawitin ko sa kanya is a side monitor or what do you call that? An additional monitor. So, ilalagay ko siya dito sa left side ng HKC in portrait mode or in vertical mode para makikita ko yung, Facebook and primarily my streaming because I stream game, PC games and PS4 games daily every 7 a.m. in Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. Go ahead and check it out. Check out the description below. I will also put a link if you're interested in that. But nag-stream ako, so ang plan ko sa kanya gamitin is sa kanya ko makikita yung Streamlabs, right? Yung Streamlabs, yung Slobs, yung OBS para makikita ko yung mga chat na pumapasok and all of those stuff. Okay, here let's get some YouTube action and compare or just observe how does it look like on YouTube. All right, looking okay. It's very clear, mind you, it's 1080p, but it's good. You just have to play around the angle because if you notice here, if we go to the side, it's super grayish now, right? Like super grayish. Parang parehas na yung black tsaka yung gitna. Right on the center, it's kind of like balanced and it's almost matching the black of the HKC, the black level, but just a little bit of angle, sira na ulit yung black level niya. So yun yung difference niya. Yung angle niya is medyo malala talaga kasi yung isa is curve Maganda yung angle ng curve. Kita mo lahat. Sa kanya, since flat siya, yung angle niya, viewing angle niya is not that great. For some reason, nire-report ng site na to is just 67 Hz, not 75. I set the frame rate or the refresh rate of the actual monitor into 75. Yeah, 67 lang talaga yung binibigay, no? So, I don't know why. So, that's just FYI, guys. 75 Hz to, claim nito, but again, sa website, it's just 67. I don't know if it's just some settings or anything. Me, I don't really care because I'm not going to use this as my primary monitor. My monitor, again, is 144 Hz already and 1440p, so that's good. So, sa mga high HDR, YouTube videos, it looks good. It's very bright. So, dito maganda siya. Hindi siya masyadong grayish. Marami siyang pinapakitang details. And it's very colorful too. So, okay siya. Passable siya. Kung siya lang mag-isa, gamitin mo. Not going to compare. It looks dope. Okay, let's play some more YouTube videos here. Again, kaya niya naman lumaban sa color, no? Sa color reproduction and some other videos. Makapansin nyo, yung brightness niya, yung siya nagpa-pop up sa mga videos na iba. Parang nga siyang HDR, no? Kung isipin. I don't really believe na HDR siya. But on some videos, it looks better. Right? It looks better in some videos. Or it looks brighter. See, it's very colorful. Kaya niya lumaban sa colors, no? Look at that. It can actually fight. It can actually put up some fight. Sa color reproduction, at least it's just very bright. So lalaroin nyo lang yung timpla nito, ititimplayin nyo lang yung color balance niya at ma-achieve nyo yung pinakagusto nyo na resulta sa kanya. But that's it for today, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Just a quick preview, unboxing, and some showcasing of the NVISION IP24V1 24-inch 1080p, 75 hertz, full HD budget monitor. All right, this is not a curved one. It's just a budget monitor, but it looks good. So again, 5,000 pesos if you're into this. Just go ahead and check it out in Lazada and in Shopee. But again, right now they're like all out of stock for some reason. I think hinord to ng mga resellers, tapos binibenta nila sa mga matataas na price. Kasi like checking 6 months ago, even a year ago, it looks like 4,500 lang siya. But right now, if you check in YouTube, or sorry, in Lazada, it's like 5,800, 5,500. And yung 22-incher is even like 4,500, 4,700. So I think nag-wrap up siya due to, demand. But just go ahead and check it out. Marami sa Facebook. Hanapin nyo lang yung pinakamura if you're into this budget monitor. Okay, but again, that's it for today, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Click the like button if you like this video. Comment down below. Kung meron kayo mga katanungan, just go ahead and put it down in the comment. Of course, I'm going to be using this monitor from here on as my secondary monitor. So kung meron kayo mga tanong, I will try my best to answer your questions. Just go ahead and comment down below. Subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed yet. But for now, thanks so much for watching. Stay safe and see you on my next one. Peace.